I think we beat a really good team. Austin Peay has been fun in a way to watch play. They play so hard. They do so many things well on both ends of the court. No one in this conference plays with greater effort than their team does, and so I was legitimately really scared about this game because they're good, and so all that to say, this was an awfully good win for us, and I felt like that we came out in the second half with just a little bit of a tougher mentality than we showed in the first half. I thought they were physically tougher than us. I thought they took it to us to some degree, and they may be bigger and stronger than us in a lot of positions. But I thought our guys responded to the halftime challenge to match that, if not exceed it. And so it's a good win, and we're glad to be playing again. And this guy had a pretty good game, too, right here. Kevin's was okay.
I just try to stay patient, take the shots as they come to me, just, take as good a shots as I can. And when I see a couple go in, it gives me some confidence, so I just keep shooting. No matter if I miss a few, I'm going to keep shooting. So just try to stay confident and just stay in attack mode. I had a good game against them the first time around. Most of my points were in the second half. So like I said, I just try to stay patient and not take bad shots. Just try to take the shots as they come to me and just play hard ultimately. When you crash the offensive glass and crash the defensive glass and get the ball out in transition, those lead to easy buckets. So I just try to do what I can to get easy buckets, and that gets me going. I guess it feels pretty good. I struggled early on in the season against some big teams when it was under the big moment with the scouts there and stuff. So I try not to think about that too much. I try to just play, like I said, let the game come to me. And ultimately, I'm just trying to win. And that's whatever I did tonight was just to win. I'm not trying to play selfish. I'm trying to play for this team. And ultimately, I would rather have 5 points and win than 40 points and lose. So I just want to win a championship.
No, we didn't make a significant change. I think it was who knows what creates momentum in games. But I was just looking at numbers, and they scored 43 points in the first half, 24 in the second. In their last 5 games, they'd been averaging 18 points a game on second chance points. And I told our guys if there's any way we could outscore them on second chance points, it'd be a huge plus for our team, and we did that 15-10. So I think that's a sort of an untold story. That's a great offensive rebounding team out there. And after the first 6 or 7 minutes, they got the vast majority of their offensive rebounds in the first 6 or 7 minutes. Our guys did a terrific job, and it helps when you got a guy that gets 21 defensive rebounds, or 21 total, 18 defensive rebounds. It's a little short on the offensive rebounds. But.
Yeah, it feels good. Like you said, this league is really tough at the top. We've gone on the road and beat some really good teams. I think we've won 14 in a row now. I'd say we're peaking right now. So it's a good feeling knowing the way we're playing right now, especially on the defensive end. I think we struggled early on. So being able to tighten up that end is going to win us this championship, and I think we're starting to do that.
It's one of those years. We've been in this conference for 7 years. We were in the Atlantic Sun for about the same amount of time, and in that league early on when they had a lot of really good teams in there, but I've not seen a conference yet that had 4 teams as good as these. And I think we push one another and make each other better. I think when you play good teams, that's what happens. It remains to be seen what's going to happen, but to be in that kind of discussion as a conference is a big deal because OVC is not very often talked about with 2 teams. It's hard to say. I'd like to say that. Murray State's always been really good, but I'd like to say hopefully the addition of our program into the league has. I just think I can think back to coming to Belmont 33 years ago when Lipscomb was the national champions in NAI. They pushed us to be better. So the more good teams you can get, you got to get better or you're going to be gone. And so I think the more good teams in a conference, it lifts the rest of the league, and everybody has to get better. So I just think these guys become better players if they go play pickup games with great players instead of average players. That's just the nature of competition. Well, this has been a surprisingly good basketball team to have as many freshmen as we have. Obviously, we've got 2 great seniors on this team, but to be 26-4, if that's what we are at this point with the schedule we played, it's been great. I mean, it's as great as it can be anymore. It's you know, these days are getting longer and longer, and more nerve-wracking. And I'm sure tomorrow's not going to go by real fast either. But it's fun to come to the game knowing you're going to get this kind of effort and you're going to have this kind of leadership. Kevin, you want me to ask you a question?
I'm chilling.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you all.
Break.